allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm Amy Vetrano.
And I'm Patrick Mack.
Good morning, El Molino. It's Friday, February 2nd. Happy birthday to Barbara Honeycutt and Charles Radke. This morning, visit the cafeteria for glazed oatmeal breakfast cakes for brunch, and later on for lunch, grab a grilled cheeseburger or breaded chicken burger with fries. And now, some important information just for seniors.
All seniors who started credit makeup with Mr. Sumner more than 2 weeks ago need to check in with him or turn in work now, or they may be dropped from the credit makeup program. Seniors who need 3 credits or fewer can start their credit makeup by seeing their counselor first, then meet Mr. Sumner in room J8 on any day during 5th and 6th periods. On Thursdays, he can be located in J8 at lunch. Seniors who would like to enjoy senior activities in the spring should begin the makeup process now. The free application for federal student aid, known as the FAFSA, is now available online, and paper applications are available in the College and Career Center. The deadline for the FAFSA is March 2nd, but should be done as early as possible, as money is given out on first-come, first-served basis. If you need help filling it out or have any questions, seniors, please see Mrs. Demaduke in the College and Career Center. Finally, seniors, please keep checking the Senior Bulletin Board or the College Scholarship Board in the College and Career Center for new scholarships. The Career Center receives new scholarships often, and deadlines are easy to miss. And here's Kirsten Kaufman with a special report on Groundhog Day.
Good morning, El Molino, and a cold morning it is out here too. We at TV45 have been wondering recently if the winter weather is beginning to become as tiresome to you as it has been to us. I don't think any of us are fond of spinning around on black ice or living in heavy down jackets for several months out of the year. Meteorologists are never quite sure just exactly when winter will end, but they do know that the temperature just slowly begins to climb and the earth begins to thaw out. But for those of you who didn't know it, a prediction about the winter weather was made this morning in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania at around 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And this was our weather forecaster. Groundhog Day is February 2nd, and it is the day that the groundhog comes out of his hole to look for his shadow. If he sees his shadow, he takes it as a bad omen of 6 more weeks of winter, and then he scurries back into his little home. If the day is cloudy and hence shadowless, he takes it as a sign of early spring and stays above ground. Now, Groundhog Day could possibly stem from traditions associated with Candlemas Day, a day which marks a milestone in the middle of winter, and the weather upon that day is very important. Roman legions supposedly brought this tradition to the Germans during their conquest of the northern country, and the Germans concluded that if the sun was out on Candlemas Day, the hedgehog would see his shadow, and thus there would be 6 more weeks of winter. Now, Pennsylvania's first settlers were Germans, and they found groundhogs in profusion in many parts of the state. And they concluded that the groundhog, which closely resembles the European hedgehog, could do the hedgehog's job well enough. And so every February 2nd, the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, brings out Punxsutawney Phil, where he makes his weather prognostication in front of hundreds of thousands of freezing cold crowds. I'm standing here with Jeannie Stranzel, and my Jeannie, you look cold too. You know that today is Groundhog Day, right?
I sure do.
And would you prefer 6 more weeks of freezing cold winter weather or an early spring?
Well, gee willikers, when you put it that way. Early spring sounds gosh darn nice.
I think so too. What do you dislike about winter?
Well, everything turns into icicles.
Well, yes, but what do you like about spring?
Lots of pretty flowers and birdies chirping. It's ever so lovely.
I like that too. This is Kirsten Kaufman for TV45, and frankly, I would prefer an early spring so I can see the flowers and hear all the pretty birdies chirping. Happy Groundhog Day, El Molino.
Thanks, Kristen. And for those of you that didn't know that Groundhog saw his shadow, attention. What the? Attention, El Molino students who are in a band and who would like to compete against other musicians. Make sure to register for the Battle of the Bands to be held at Annalee High School on March 9th. Members of the band must be 20 years or younger. Half of the members must be enrolled in high school, and at least one must be a student of El Molino. All interested bands should turn in demo CDs with at least 3 songs to Mr. Dalen in room F2 by February 26. In other news, Guys and Dolls, a musical fable of Broadway, will be presented by the Fine Arts Department today, tomorrow, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in the Cafe Theater. Tickets are available in the quad at lunch and from Miss Riley in D1 at brunch. If Miss Riley is absent, tickets will be available in the office. Admission is $10. The show sold out last week, so quickly get your tickets.
Hello, El Molino. Welcome to another very special edition of Kurt's Corner. Today is a very jam-packed episode of Super Bowl fun. As you know, the Super Bowl is a great time of year when there are plenty of rivalry between two teams. This year, it's the Bears and the Colts. I don't know which team was going to win, but I can't have an opinion on who does. Anyway, I want to interview some people to see what happens. What happens when people start being real and talk about the Super Bowl. Let's go interview some people. Yeah!
Can't really have an opinion on who's going to win the Super Bowl. But, you know, I'm going to break the rules once here and say the real truth that's on my mind. I think the Bears are going to win because, well, they rule and they're... Wow! I'm here with Emily Lambert, and Emily, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
The Colts are gonna win, duh.
The Colts? Come on! The Colts stink! I mean, they're the worst team ever. I don't even know how the hell they beat the Patriots. They get... Oh!
I didn't even hit him hard.
Well, Molino, I guess the thing is we can't decide who is going to win the Super Bowl. So I've decided to reenact something to show what might happen at these two titans clash. John Garman and Ryan Johnson are going to battle to the death. And, you know, it's going to be manic. Colts, Bears, Cumencia!
Huh? Let's go. No, not for the Colts. No!
There will be a mandatory softball meeting today during lunch in room J3. Tryouts start Monday, February 5th. All interested softball players need to get their sports packets in before Monday, or they will not be eligible to try out. All freshman baseball players are requested at a mandatory meeting tomorrow during lunch in the gym.
Have a great day, El Molino. Today the quote is, "It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness." Chinese proverb.